be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Dolphins going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. The lone receiver right is Cooper. Carr now on first down. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Carr now on first down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Carr to throw on second down. Roberts with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. On first down, Murray. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Halfback sent in motion. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. It'll be a gain of 9, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
All right, here we go.
Now Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And it's third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Michael Crabtree, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake. And right away he lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Second down now after the pass completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Tannehill on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, here's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up the third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Here comes Oakland again on offense. That win against Tampa Bay. It was interesting because they had 23 penalties, an NFL record, 200 yards of penalties. That's hard to beat. How do you do that and win a game?
That is one of the great questions and mysteries, but I choose to look at it this way. This is a Raiders team that has some character to it. Yeah, the penalties you want to erase. Giving up that much yardage, you don't want any of that, but finding a way to overcome it and win a big game on the road in overtime, that speaks to those guys in a positive way.
On second down, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
They'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know it.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
As the Raiders come back out on offense, you and I agree we have to give a tip of the cap to Donald Penn, who scored in Week 8 his 4th career touchdown, most ever by an NFL player that weighs over 300 pounds.
So what he does by doing that is he gives new meaning to the term big boy football.
I like it. It's impressive, though, right? 4th touchdown.
It really is, and it speaks to the athleticism of these guys in the NFL because Donald Penn obviously spends all of his time trying to keep his quarterback clean, but to be able to catch the ball, turn upfield, and get to the end zone 4 different times, congratulations, Donald Penn. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And Frank's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So out come the Raiders. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Well, partners, you and I were discussing off-air, parity has reigned supreme this year in the NFL. Maybe too supreme, 2 ties back-to-back weeks. Only the second time that's happened in league history.
It is an oddity, but maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. You know, going into Week 8, the NFL had 80 games played already. They were within a touchdown score in the fourth quarter. So games have been close all the way through. Now we get the ties. We could add a third tie because Oakland and Tampa Bay, the winning score came under 2 minutes left in overtime.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. One receiver to the left is Cooper. And the back goes into motion. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel.